M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it. Sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
Here we go, here we go.
A first carry for Rashad White. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Get set. Side. 180.
They stay on the ground with White. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this returnable for Harris. We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. A #8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
After what we saw last week, over 400 yards passing, the obvious thing is to go talk to him. I want to talk to his receivers, and boy, were they enthusiastic about what happened then. I can't wait for this week's game.
He was hitting them outside, over the middle, everywhere. And for his efforts, of course, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
180. 13.
A carry here for Trevion Henderson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll find Henderson out of the backfield here. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Here comes 3rd in the length of the football. From the gun, Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Brian Thomas, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. A beautiful fake. Back on the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you started from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
First down, New York.
Now Burrow. Open man, it's a tight end, Mason Taylor. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2.
11 empty. 11
They
empty.
give White on the option. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. 3rd down and 1.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Oh, looked like they got someone to jump there. And if that's the case, this will be a first down. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
11.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And he's got it to about the 40. The numbers for White a week ago. 17 carries, 54 yards.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here, because to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along as well. He's helped draw defensive attention away from not just him, but open things up for his teammates too. So if this winning streak is going to continue to have some legs to it, he has to remain effective and put together another nice game.
Gun.
Here's Burrow. And this is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. And that flag accepted. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Ravens offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been a real threat, not just with the arm, but with the wheels as well. NFL's leader amongst quarterbacks in terms of rushing touchdowns. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Henderson. And he is going to lose yardage here. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. To the right side, this is Henderson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
The Ravens at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
To throw is Jackson. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Here's Ethan Evans now. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. (7-7) our score after 1. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they'll start with a 1st and 10 at their own 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Just a gain of a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Burrow will throw. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
11.
First and 10 at the 40.
11 MT.
First down, here's White. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
You see that celebration from him after that stop? Those corners don't normally have the chance to get behind the line of scrimmage and hand them big losses. So when he got that opportunity, he certainly made it a memorable one.
Now, after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. Now it's Burrow.
11 MT.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 30. And we'll pause here for an injury. I believe that's the running back. Yeah, that's Rachaad White, who's shaken up. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. On the option left, it's Burrow. A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
Burrow looking to pass. Over the middle, and that's to Taylor, the tight end. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the 1st down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game, because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They run straight ahead here with White. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Rachaad White, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And he continues to show off his ability to run the football when the opportunity is right. He is the NFL leader in rushing yards from the QB position. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Travion Henderson. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd down at the 39-yard line.
180. 180.
From the shotgun, they run with Henderson. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Jackson to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
We're going to go.
2nd down and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 37-yard line.
180.
A give for Henderson running to the right. And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Now it's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Jackson now. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guy couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Jackson from the shotgun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 15-yard line. Well, an unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play. Move on.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Jackson going to keep it. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
A 53-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks, you tell us, end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The New York set to take the field. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Gets this complete to Butte. And he's taken down. Able to slip across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So their task a little bit more difficult now. Second and 13 that they're walking up on. There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Tyler Luke now to try the field goal. He connected on his first, this from 41. And this one is right through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. It's week 9 of the regular season, basically the halfway point of the year. So let's get into it. Here are the highlights. Our tour of the league starts now.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets in open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Jackson. That'll be swung out wide here for Henderson. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They go play action with Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 5 yards on the play. And the Baltimore first down.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Throwing is Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Brian Thomas, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Ravens have retaken a third-quarter lead. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Jackson here is going to look to throw. That's caught.
The attempt at the 2-point conversion is...
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Looking to put a drive together.
11.
Burrow on play action. And a completion to Wilson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
14 yards. And the Jets first down.
They'll go up the middle with White. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now a 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and
Can.
Opting to run again here with White. And now off to the races down the right side. And off the way in. Touchdown, New York. Rashad White, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jets have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for 2 fails.
set to kick off.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Well, he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
At the 46-yard line.
Play action. It's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Torres. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. From the gun again to Henderson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So from the 26-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9.
At the 26-yard line.
Now Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
He's got room to roam. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 13-yard line. Third and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Up the middle, it's Henderson. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Second and 5 from the 8.
Brings up second and 5.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. Third and 4.
Brings up third and 4.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Henderson going to run for it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Trevion Henderson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. They'll try and throw for it. And the Ravens have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Offense heading back out, and with them comes Rashad White. He's hoping to find the end zone for a third time, and we sit now in the third quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
This to the sideline and over everybody, incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me.
Here we go.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with third and 11. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on third down is Burrow. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. On the return, Harris. It'll be a net of 39. 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jackson. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's second and 15. Here's Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. To throw is Jackson. He'll swing this out to Henderson. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. Henderson now on first and 10. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Silva. 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Trevion Henderson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens could be on their way to 7-1 as they add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And New York set to take the field. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. They start the drive with White. And he'll get this to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Burrow. He's got his man. It's White. Down the right sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Baltimore, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44.
Straight ahead, Henderson looking for a seam but finding none. They get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2nd and 9.
On the tackle. A gain of a yard.
Back to throw. Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Torres. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Throw left side, complete. That's Torres. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. Now it's Jackson. And he is caught. He's got room at the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. Henderson running straight ahead. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. That last run going to put him over 100 yards for the ball game. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run here with Henderson. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Trevion Henderson taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Ravens are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Time for another drive here for this Jets offense. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Now it's Burrow. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. From the 31, here's second down and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
Running out of the gun with White. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. And this crowd into it now. 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And the Ravens are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henderson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
DC, ready?
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Henderson. And able to work his way down to the 16. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Jackson to throw. He'll try to pick it up himself. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Brian Thomas, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And now out come the Jets. In this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said,
down the numbers. There he goes. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation.
That's good for Jets. First down.
Burrow looking to pass. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
A loss of 8 yards. It's second down.
Burrow will throw. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win.